คลิปวิดีโอนี้จัดทำขึ้นโดยสถาบันภาษามหาวิทยาลัยราชภัฏเพชรบูรณ์เพื่อสอนการใช้คำศัพท์ประโยคการสื่อสารภาษาอังกฤษในชีวิตประจำวันและเรียนรู้วิถีชีวิตขนบธรรมเนียมประเพณีและการท่องเที่ยววิถีใหม่ตามสถานที่สำคัญต่างๆในจังหวัดเพชรบูรณ์เหมาะสำหรับผู้ที่ต้องการฝึกฝนทักษะทางภาษาในทุกระดับ
Welcome to episode 3 of English for Everyday Life. Destination Namnao, presented by Phetchabun Ratchapat Language Institute and me, Ajahn Oliver. Today we are headed to Namnao National Park, which is about 80 kilometers east of Phetchabun. But before we get there, as you can see, our first stop is PTT Station. ปั๊มน้ำมันเนี่ยภาษาอังกฤษพูดยังไงผู้ชมรู้ไหมครับถ้าไปเมืองนอกสักวันพูดไม่ได้นะไปปั๊ม station ไป PTT nobody will understand you so if you're in England you can say petrol station where is the nearest petrol station for example but if you're in America you have to say gas station can we stop at a gas station Okay, and let me teach you some other important English words that you might need to use at a petrol station. ถ้าจะเติม tank เต็มภาษาอังกฤษพูดว่า fill up the tank please. Okay, fill up the tank please. Fill เป็น verb นะครับ or you can also say full tank please. Full อันนี้เป็น adjective นะครับ Other things you might do at a petrol station is check the air pressure in your tires. Check the air pressure in your tires. Also, I think it's important that you check the engine oil. Okay, let's head to Namnao. When planning your trip, it's pretty easy these days with GPS. ผู้ชมรู้จักไหมว่า GPS มาจากคำศัพท์ไหน GPS stands for Global Positioning System. But do you know how to give directions or understand directions if you don't have a GPS available?I think everybody knows turn right, turn left. How about these things? Take the second right. Take the second right. จะเข้าใจไหมครับก็แปลว่าเลี้ยวขวาที่2นะครับ Take the third left. Take the third left. เลี้ยวซ้ายที่3ถ้าจะ U-turn ภาษาอังกฤษต้องใช้ make a U-turn. Make a U-turn. Intersection. Do you know? Intersection.ก็แปลว่าสี่แยกนะครับ and there are many other words for giving directions too many to teach today but let's see if you understand how to get to Namnao so let me check my GPS first okay let's see if you understand so from Phetchabun take route 21 north for about 30 kilometers เข้าใจไหมครับTake Route 21 north for about 30 kilometers. At the main Lomsak intersection, turn left and follow Route 21 for about 50 kilometers. Again, at the main Lomsak intersection, turn left and follow Route 21 east for about 50 kilometers.Look for the sign for Namnao National Park. Look for the sign for Namnao National Park. And be careful around Namnao area. The road is steep, winding and narrow. Steep, winding and narrow. So drive carefully, okay? Okay, let's go.Our next stop today is พ่อคุณพระเมือง bridge behind me. To get to Namnao from Phetchabun, you have to cross this bridge. The bridge is also a place that separates central Thailand with eastern Thailand. It's about 50 meters high and one of the highest bridges in all of Thailand. Great place to take some selfies. Okay, next I want to teach you some English phrases in case you need to ask someone to take a photo for you. Okay, let's look for someone. Excuse me.
Hi.
Could you take a photo for me, please?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so I asked him, could you take a photo for me, please? It's quite polite. You can also start the sentence with can. Can you take a photo for me, please? Which is a little less polite, but still okay. And maybe the most polite phrase is, would you mind? Would you mind taking a photo for me, please? Okay. And some other phrases you can use. Perhaps you can ask, please take a full shot. Please take a full shot. Or please take a close-up shot. So close-up shot will be zoomed in, maybe focusing mainly on yourself. Close-up shot, full shot, or maybe even half shot. Half in Thai, of course, krung. And in case you want to focus on something special in the photo, you can say, make sure you get the bridge. Make sure you get the bridge in the photo. Make sure you get the bridge in the photo. So finally, here we are at the entrance of Namnao National Park. As I told you before, this park lies about 80 kilometers away from Phetchabun and is on the main road to Chayapum. The park covers almost 1,000 square meters of land and is a very popular place at weekends and holidays, especially during the cold season when in the morning mist will cover the forest in a white cloud. So let's review some language that you can use for giving trip suggestions. When you visit anywhere that is worth visiting, you can use the phrase, it's a great place for. It's a great place for. So, Namnao is a great place for hiking. Namnao is a great place for trekking. Namnao is a great place for bird watching. And Namnao is a great place for wildlife viewing. Okay, and let's look at some other phrases for recommending or suggesting. The first phrase is, why don't you? So we can say, why don't you visit Namnao National Park? Second phrase is, you should. So I can say, you should visit during cold season. You should visit during cold season. Third phrase for today is, don't miss. ห้ามพลาด Don't miss waking up early in the morning to take photos of the sunrise. And lastly, I recommend that you bring good hiking shoes. And I recommend that you bring a jacket because during cold season here, the temperature can get very low, even down to 5 degrees Celsius. One last thing before entering the national park, don't forget the new normal rules that we have to follow these days. Let's go through them with this poster. So 1, these days you should reserve your ticket online first. 2, when you arrive here, present your ticket. 3, don't forget your mask. Don't forget to wash your hands often. Don't forget to keep a distance between other people and yourself. And check your temperature. 4, check in with the Thai Chana application. 5, pay for your ticket. And finally 6, you're ready to go in. Another place well worth visiting at Namnao National Park is Namnao Canyon. As you can see behind me, it's another great place with a nice view where you can take selfies and beautiful photos. Let's talk about English again. I want to teach you a couple of things that are important wherever you're traveling, and that is following the rules. So you might see signs such as do not. For example, do not throw your rubbish on the ground. After do not, we have to use a verb. Do not throw your rubbish on the ground. Other signs you might see are something like bringing alcohol into the park is prohibited. Bringing alcohol into the park is prohibited. In this case, we start with a noun, bringing. Prohibited means ไม่อนุญาต Another word we can use maybe easier instead of prohibited is not allowed. So, for example, taking things out of the park is not allowed, especially here at Namnao where you can find many fossils or rocks, interesting rocks. So you might see a sign saying taking things from the park is not allowed. Okay, let's take a look at the view. So, our last stop for today is Tham Pahong Viewpoint. It's a place you should definitely visit when you come to Namnao Geo Park. As you can see behind me, there's an amazing view of the park, and in the distance you can even see Khao Kho and Pu Taberg. I recommend you come here at sunset to see the sun go down, obviously. And talking of sunset, I think it's time to end today's episode. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to join us for episode 4. And don't forget to follow us at the Language Institute here. Okay, thank you again and see you next time. Bye.